both names. How about a big round of applause for our juniors? Our first senior, Peter Baldwin. Our next senior, Alan Donegan.
Yes, Sunday!
Our next senior, Ian Monroe.
What up, Pete?
And our last senior, Wante Reyes.
Alright, looks like we're live. Hello everyone, welcome to the campus of the Severn School. I'm Colin Rimmer alongside Brandon Murphy for our last broadcast of the year
Crazy.
as the Severn Admirals play the Indian Creek Eagles. So Brandon, what do you look for today in this matchup?
Today it's going to be all about if the Admirals can control the pace serve. This Indian Creek team likes to get up the floor. They play fast, and the Admirals are a bigger team, so they're going to have to use the size to their advantage and make sure that they kind of work it around the court, play to their speed, and make sure they control the tempo the whole game. Side note for our viewers, tonight is a costume theme night, so I'm in a bottle of ketchup, and Colin is a Ninja Turtle. So student section is looking good over there. We got some fun costumes, and I know we'll be good to go, so stay tuned for that.
All right, as we're about to tip here. And Baldwin wins it back to the freshman, not Sturdivant. All four seniors starting tonight, as today it is senior day.
Yeah, good stuff from Coach Glasgow there, acknowledging how much these seniors have put into the program.
As Monroe makes a nice play handling that pass. And Sturdivant now looks to drive, kicks to Monroe, shoots the three, and that is off the mark. Rebound Baldwin, and a shot clock reset.
Yeah, that shouldn't be.
Or a shot clock violation.
Looks like
a
they're
little confusion to start off this one, Brendan.
Yeah, it looks like the table is rightly making that switch over there. The ball did not hit the rim, so the shot clock shouldn't have reset. It'll stay to the Admirals here with probably about 10 or so seconds on the clock.
And a shot clock violation is called.
Not sure why the Admirals are being penalized for that, but as we know, Irv, this is a big game for the Indian Creek faithful. They consider this their rivalry game. Not as much so for the Admirals tonight, but glad that they gave us a little bit of competition over there in the left-hand corner of the student section. Looks like we have them outnumbered, but they're sure to be spirited tonight.
Definitely a visiting team presence as Severn starts out in their press. Press Virginia, shout out Russ.
Man, I'm going to miss that. Looks like the Admirals starting in a little bit of a man-to-man here, going full court, token man, and then going back to the half-court man.
As Indian Creek looks to run a motion pick and roll, and a foul is called. I believe the foul's on Baldwin there.
Yeah, it looked like Baldwin got a good piece of that ball on the way up.
I stand corrected. It is actually on Colin Donegan.
Which makes sense why this official on this side would see it that way, because Donegan got him a little bit with the body down there and forcing the official to call that while Baldwin got all ball. That's what we saw, at least from under the basket.
And Indian Creek makes both of their free throws. 2-0 in favor of them right now. As an errant pass by Sturdivant leads to an Indian Creek steal, and they will look to slow it down and set up their offense.
Yeah, especially against the press serve. You can't make that full court lollipop pass like that. It's got to be on a line if it's going across the court.
As they eye up the three ball, and that falls off the rim. Rebound Baldwin, but he steps out of bounds.
And you see Coach Glasby quickly getting Justin Queen up here. We talked about him, love him as a player, high energy. He'll be good on the defensive end here.
Indian Creek looks inbounded here. And a traveling violation is called.
Yeah, we've seen a lot more of that this year. It seems to be a point of emphasis for the officials when that pivot foot is moved before the ball gets put on the ground. They seem to be calling that a lot this year. We've certainly seen a lot called on that Guafo, so the players have really had to adjust, and they're making a point here, calling it early today, setting the tone for the rest of this game.
And inside to Donegan, he shoots the mid-range jump shot. That doesn't go, and Indian Creek comes down with the rebound as they look to play their game here, slowing it down, and Monroe hedges off that screen, and steal by both Monroe and Justin Queen. Nice play by the two of them as Monroe finishes that layup.
Yeah, really well-executed blitz on the ball screen there by the Admirals.
A timeout is called. Interesting timeout.
Yeah, quick one right out of the gates here. But there you see on the defensive end, Monroe and Queen doing a great job. Monroe with the hard hedge, and then Queen coming up and recognizing that the ball handler was a little bit on the weaker side, and then giving them that really good pressure up at the top there and getting that tip out. Nice little nod by Queen there also, tipping it up to Monroe for the layup when he could have taken it himself, especially on senior night.
Indian Creek now drives the ball back up the court. And nice defense again by Baldwin and Queen, and I believe a foul is called on Baldwin for the reach there.
Yeah, but you see another really good blitz on the ball screen there. The guard fortunate to step through. That trap's just got to be a little bit harder, and that's a really good defensive possession again there for the Admirals.
As and then the Indian Creek player is just pivoting around looking for someone, and the three ball is launched, and that is off. Rebound Donegan pushes it up to Red, pushes it down to Monroe, and a travel is called on Red there.
Yeah, again, taking those 2 sets before the ball gets on the ground. Another one. That's the second time that we've seen that called in the first 2.5 minutes here.
And a nice defensive play there by Red.
Yeah, that's
disrupt the passing of the Indian Creek.
That's where he's a specialist serve on that defensive end. He gets his hand in a lot of passing lanes, and he's really good at moving his feet and staying in front of the man that he's guarding.
And Monroe plays nice defense, and that rebound eventually comes down with Baldwin, and he looks to slow it up here, set the Severn offense, you know. They need to be able to dictate the tempo in this game if they want to have some success.
Yeah, as we said at the jump there, nice job settling it down and realizing that they have a size advantage here in the half court.
And the mid-range jump shot by Donegan can't go, and it is smacked out of bounds by Baldwin, so it will be Indian Creek ball here.
As I mentioned, Admiral's going with a little bit of a token pressure with the center field man guarding the inbounder being at half court. Just a little bit of a disruptant here to start off the game, then they fall back to their typical half-court man-to-man defense.
Red plays defense here, and a aggressive play by Queen, almost coming up with that steal there, but it will remain Eagle ball.
Yeah, Queen again demonstrating his great defensive ability here.
And a foul with 3 seconds left in the shot clock. That is a backbreaker for the Admirals there.
That's for sure, especially because a lot of times you play that full possession of really hard, good defense as they did there, getting it all the way down to 3 seconds on the shot clock, and then just giving them a bailout there with the foul on the layup there. That's a backbreaker, as you said.
The first one doesn't fall. However, the second one does, and Indian Creek increases their lead to 3-2 in favor of them right now.
Yeah, and juxtaposed to that Severn pressure, the Indian Creek Eagles are choosing to go with a more traditional 2-2-1 zone pressure, falling back to a 2-3 zone themselves.
And kick to Monroe, to Red, they're looking for that inside presence there, and Queen will just step into the three-pointer, and that is off the back of the rim, and the Eagles come down with that rebound as they look to play fast here if they can.
Yeah, the Admirals are having to work pretty hard here on the offensive end there to get good shots.
And a backcourt violation is called here, so it'll be Admiral ball.
And as I mentioned, Nerf costumes is the theme of the night. You see Alex Gary over there in a chicken suit. Sean Donegan looking like Eeyore, I believe, among others. Good to see the students out participating with pretty clever theme
Yeah, we
tonight.
got the Mountaineer himself over there also, so. As Red passes it inside to Donegan, dribbles down. A blocked shot. And with 1 second left on the shot clock, the Admirals will look to just get something quick off here.
Yeah, try to get maybe a lucky heave from somewhere. It's going to be tough to even get one off.
Queen steps into the three, and that falls.
What a shot.
By the sophomore, Justin Queen.
Big time hit there, Irv. Justin Queen stepping right into that confidently. As I said, they would have to get a quick one, and great job by him recognizing time and score and getting that one up.
Red plays nice defense here. Kick inside, dribbled off his own foot, and it'll be Severn basketball.
Yeah, again, you see the smothering defense from the Admirals that has been the hallmark of their last few games. They're doing a great job here in their man-to-man, forcing the Eagles into bad mistakes on the offensive end.
And Donegan has it poked away, kicks it to Baldwin, goes up for a layup, and nice athletic play by Peter Baldwin.
Yeah, that quick crossover, as agile as he is, that's a great move, getting right to the rim and then just beating his man with the jump. It's a great job there by Baldwin, recognizing his situation there in the open court.
The Eagles with that inside presence here. Jump hook doesn't go. Neither does the follow-up shot, and Baldwin is tied up for a jump ball, which will remain. Oh no, it'll be Indian Creek ball here. Queen now playing defense, and corner shot, and that one is off the front of the rim as Queen comes down with the rebound.
Yeah, good job there, recovering on the defensive end by Monroe. Getting out to that corner.
To Queen, to Baldwin, and a travel is called on Baldwin. As Queen pokes it away, and Donegan plays defense. And nice play by Red there to tip it out to Donegan, coming down with that rebound.
Yeah, absolutely right.
So shot clock winds down. It's almost under 10 here. Baldwin drives. Donegan now. Kick to Monroe. And short time.
Got to get one up.
Queen puts up another shot, and that one won't fall. So there's a shot clock violation on the court.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It looked like Monroe might have had a chance there with 5 seconds running down on the clock to get one up there from the wing. And we know how good of a shooter he is and how hot he can get. That's not a bad shot when time's running down like that.
As Baldwin comes up with a nice steal. He's looking for it. And it does fall. Nice dunk by Peter Baldwin.
Yeah, just getting it over the rim, and you could see he had it in his eyes getting there.
You saw
he
it.
wanted to throw it down.
You could see
Great
him
job.
line that one up.
And man, on the defensive end there, he just took it right out of his hands.
Eyes up to three, backs out, looks to drive, and that does not fall. The ball is loose on the floor, and a blocking foul is called on Baldwin.
Yeah, Baldwin looking to take the charge there. Only thing was he leaned back just a little too early, looking to get that contact drawn. You got to stand perfectly straight up and down if you want that charge call. A lot of times officials will let that go, but there. Baldwin leaning back just a little bit early, expecting the contact there, and the officials wisely pointed that out, calling the blocking foul.
And that first free throw falls. Along with the second there. And Queen passes it up to Monroe, down to Groff, goes up for the layup, and that falls. Nice play by Bay Groff.
Yeah, great readjustment there in the air by Groff. Looks like he wasn't going to get it there, and then wisely put a little extra mustard on it to get it up and in.
Game clock winding down here, under 4. And Indian Creek will shoot 2 here.
Yeah, not really sure what happened there. It looked like it was a little bit of confusion on the defensive end for the Admirals. Typically under 12 seconds, either on the shot clock or game clock, they blitz that ball screen as we talked about earlier. And here you see them blitzing it, but not really being clear on what was going on there, and it cost him here as 2 free throws come for Indian Creek.
And his first shot goes in.
Cian Guafo and Groff here in the game for the first time. They both sat out with injuries on Wednesday against St. John's Catholic Prep, so nice to see them back in the fold here. We'll see how much of an impact they can have on this game.
As well as the second one, and it is a 4-point game as Queen will not even attempt the long-distance half-court shot. And the end of the first quarter, the score is 7-11 in favor of the Admirals. And Ben, what'd you like from that quarter, I should say?
I really liked that, as I mentioned at the top, they would have to control the tempo, and I think that they did that fairly well. Did a good job really on the defensive end as well. As I mentioned, basically until that last possession, everything was picture perfect. Giving up really good, giving up hardly anything, getting inside the paint there, and the help defense in the man-to-man is really exceptional. They have really great team chemistry at this point in the year, sliding off from man-to-man and knowing when to slide and knowing where to slide too. It's been really impressive, really just a clinic in how to play man-to-man defense. But on the offensive end, things haven't come so easily for them. It's been this 2-3 zone that Indian Creek is playing is giving the Admirals a little bit of trouble here. And they're going to have to figure out how to get some easier looks in there, because right now it's been a lot of forced shots and a lot of shots late in the shot clock that haven't really been the best looks. Even the 3-pointer that Queen hit, 1 second left on the shot clock, more of a lucky shot than a good look out of the flow of the offense. So they're going to have to look to create some mismatches against the zone. I'm sure Coach Glasby and his staff are over there scheming how to make that happen and see where it takes us. I think they're in good shape here, but we're going to have to play this thing all the way out for sure.
As they almost start the second quarter, and some nice ball movement here. There with the pass inside the Groff, and that elbow shot is his shot, as we mentioned every game prior.
Yeah, that's the one that just he doesn't miss, Herb. That little must be a little bit of a home for him. He really lives in that high post area, and there again getting a nice look out of the flow of the offense. Great job by Groff, getting one of those easy shots I mentioned at the break.
As the student section looks to get into it a little bit here.
It's about time.
And bias to the floor, and Guapo comes down with that rebound. He will look to play fast. He will go. Nice pass down to Groff. That was a really nice play by Adam there to just, I thought he was shooting and he passed it right down.
Yeah, but again, it's all about recognizing what's going on. He got that rebound, looked to slow it up a little bit, and then saw he had a crease with everybody running back with their backs turned. He took advantage of it, and like you said, I expected him to go up with it too, and you see the maturity there, getting it off to his teammate for the easy layup.
As you just have that ball poked away, and Guafo stops, looks, Groff for the elbow shot, looks to have been tipped.
Looked like he got hit there on the shot. Surprised that wasn't a foul called.
And and Groff comes down with that rebound, and a reach is called on Indian Creek.
See Elijah Bryan checking in for the first time here, Irv. First time this game. And Sturdivant returning after a brief start to the game where he was substituted out quickly with that injury underneath. So good to see Sturdivant back. And Elijah Bryan, as we know, up-tempo, really good athlete here for the Admirals. So we'll see what he can do, especially on the defensive end.
It's the two freshmen, Sturdivant and Bryant, now check in. They work the ball around the perimeter. Queen steps into the three, and that hits off the rim. As Groff just made a big block.
My goodness.
And Queen comes down with that rebound. Wow.
He was chasing him down the whole way down the floor, just eyeing that thing up.
And Indian Creek just to set their offense again. Try to the baseline, and another block by Groff. That ball's last touched by Queen, and
he looks like he's on the hunt right now, or if he's going for
he really
everything
does
that
look
he
like
can.
he's on the hunt.
And with the hops that he has, it's making it look easy. Good to see him finally getting involved a little bit, especially on the defensive end. We know how good he is inside, but if he adds shot blocking to his game, that adds an entire new dimension of rim protection.
And nowhere to throw it into. That ball bounces off Sturdivant's leg, and Bryant comes down with it. And Guafo steps into the three-pointer, and that is off the mark as Indian Creek looks to get going fast, and a foul is called on the freshman, Naz Sturdivant.
Yeah, all things considered, not the worst foul in the world there with Sturdivant stopping that fast break with a foul on the floor, especially because, well, the Admirals have 6 fouls, so they're going to have to be careful here. Next one's going to put them in the bonus.
As shot clock winds down to almost under 10 here. And a foul is called an Indian Creek player who went back up with that shot, so he will shoot 2 here.
This one thing, Irv, number 23 for Indian Creek, Sammy Carter, he's a senior as well. He's really the whole offense is run through him for the Eagles, so the Admirals really can't let him be the one that gets this thing going. They have to take him away, especially on the offensive end. He's a really good shooter. I know we had one look in the corner already this game that looked good halfway down where Monroe closed that hard. So they're going to have to take care of him, make sure they know where he is at all times as this game goes on.
Second free throw, or neither free throw for that matter, are good, so Severn will set up their offense. Monroe in the corner, kicks it back to Sturdivant, kicks it, reversing the floor here. Sturdivant steps into a deep 3, and that does not go. But that rebound's kept alive by Monroe, and the Admirals have a fresh 30 to work with.
Offense is getting a little bit stagnant here. The Admirals are settling for threes on the outside instead of getting inside and getting better looks.
And one.
Nice shot bang Guafo there, realizing he has a size advantage down under and coming down with that board and then being strong through the contact to finish that layup. And you see Coach Glasby getting Quante Red back here. Love seeing that, especially on senior night. He's been a big part of this program for the last 4 years now, and good to see him getting his moment out here on the court. Got a big constituency here for Quante Red sitting just in front of us. So
and Guafo makes the free throw.
Good to see him getting some love tonight.
as Indian Creek steps into the 3, and then Guafo is able to come down with that rebound. Kick to Red in the corner, back to Nguafo, and Severn look to beat the zone defense. Groff with the rebound, put back, bouncing around, and it falls.
That's what's got to happen, or if they got to play from the inside. Adam and Nguafo and Groff both have a head taller on the guy that's guarding them inside, and they can both jump higher than them. So they got to get it inside and get those easy shots around the basket instead of settling for the threes outside.
And another three-pointer is launched, and that one does fall. Kind of lead to 10 for Severn.
So once you see one like that, that three-pointer there, the Admirals have to know that and make the adjustment now. Make sure he doesn't get another clean look like that.
That ball's knocked out of bounds by Adam Nguafo.
Great defense there by Monroe on the help.
There. And that hook shot's unable to fall. And Guafo looks to play fast here. Pulls up from about the foul line, and that does not connect with anything.
And as much praise as we gave Nguafo before in the full court for realizing when to stop and give it up to his teammate, he deserves equal negativity there for that one. He had Groff, it looked like, or maybe Monroe, right underneath the basket for an easy layup, and instead chose to shoot the pull-up jumper there with two guys on him. It's just not a good look in the full court like that.
It's the Eagles here to play that pick and roll game. Nice play there, and a travel is called.
But again, Irv, can't let one guy beat you. Carter went right by Nguafo there with some nice handles and then getting right to the rim. It's just got to be more discipline there on the defensive end. Can't let him get to the rim like that, even though it was a travel.
And Sturdivant carries it up here. Inside Groff, one dribble, and a foul is called. He'll shoot two.
I'm telling you, if that look is open every single time. Every time Groff gets it at the free throw line, first of all, the pass is open to get it into him. He should get a touch every time down the floor, but then once he gets it, he's got either that little elbow jump shot that we like so much or that slash right to the basket. It's wide open every time. They got to get him a touch on every possession.
As Groff makes the first free throw. But the second one does not fall. That rebound's still around, and Indian Creek looks to push and play fast here.
Jack Shields, freshman that these Admirals are really excited about, gets his first action here, first meaningful action in a while. He played against the Indian Creek last time I saw them play, and he'll be good today.
And that ball's knocked out of bounds.
Love the attacking mentality there from Quante Red, trying to get to the rim in that scenario. Unfortunate that he wasn't able to get a foul called or get the ball in bounds, but a good look nonetheless.
Monroe corner three and rolls off the top of the rim. Nice rebound by Red, kicks it to Groff, and that rebound comes down. Monroe comes down with it. Sturdivant drives. Another long two for Monroe, and that falls.
That's great offense there by the Admirals, setting up the overload and then getting in reverse, catching this Indian Creek defense off guard, and then Sturdivant making the really, really nice pass over there to Monroe in the corner. We know the corner is his spot. A great job there, really all around by the Admirals offense.
And a whistle is blown. I'm unsure of what that one was for. A foul on Groff there.
Yeah, not really sure what that one was about. Maybe a little hand check over there, but that's unfortunate because Groff will get his second foul here now before halftime, meaning that he'll have to come out for the remaining 41 seconds and be careful for the rest of this game.
As the first one drops.
And not only does that foul hurt Groff there, Irv, that also gives the Eagles a chance at the 1-and-1. So if the Admirals had played good defense, as we've seen them do all day, they probably wouldn't have gotten a shot off, and instead they're forced to give up these 2 free throws that go in for Indian Creek.
And both free throws fall there, so with 41 seconds left, the score is 23-12 in favor of Severn. Inside, and Guafo shot around the foul line, rims in and out, and they almost got to get back on defense here.
Yeah, another good look through the high post on offense, though, Irv. So with 15 seconds now left in the half, we want to let our viewers know to stay tuned for Hupp and Coming with Laura Hupp. She'll be doing a feature on all the seniors today for senior night appropriately, and if we have time, we might get Colin Dominic back on for our last segment with Hymn of the Year, and hopefully try to get Mando's Minute on if we can fit it in. So stay tuned for the halftime show. Sure to be exciting, and then the third quarter will get going shortly thereafter.
Ball's bouncing around with 2 seconds left, and a double dribble's called.
Yeah, so it's going to be a double dribble here on the Indian Creek player, and then looks like they're going to add 1 second back to the clock. The table didn't stop it soon enough, so Indian Creek will have 1 second to get up a shot here. And as we've seen, 1 second's been enough already to get a shot off. So
You have already seen a
maybe
shot
not.
drop with 1 second left in the shot clock.
Yeah, they'll send it to the half instead, it looks like, and we'll just be back to action here in the third quarter. So as I mentioned, Hupp and Coming coming to you here in about 30 seconds, so stay tuned for Laura Hupp breaking down the first half and talking about the seniors. Should be an exciting one, and we'll get that going shortly. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hupp and Coming. I'm joined by Laura Hupp, and Laura, take it away.
Hi, I'm Laura Hupp. Today's Hupp and Coming player is actually all four of our seniors. We have Quante Red, Colin Donegan, Ian Monroe, and Peter Baldwin. Ian Monroe's just been a really dominant shooter this season. He's had 4 points so far in the first half and a rebound. Peter Baldwin the same, 4 points and 3 rebounds actually. Colin Donegan's also been, he's been on varsity since his sophomore year, as well as Peter, and Colin's actually committed to go to Denison for lacrosse. He's a great athlete. We've been really lucky to have him, and, Quante Red's just a really high-energy player. We're, so happy to have him on the court, and he definitely brings a lot to this team.
Yeah, that's for sure, and I know Quante looking to play Division II football, continuing along with that student-athlete experience, as you mentioned with Donegan, so... yeah, it's been a really great year. Can't say enough about these 4 seniors and how much they've meant to the program. And thanks for joining us, Laura.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
thank you.
And hey, last Up and Coming of the year. So thanks to Laura for being along all the way.
Me.
Do you want to explain your costume real quick?
Oh, I'm a stingray.
Love seeing that.
Yeah, I know you can't really tell.
Thanks, Laura. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Stay tuned. We'll have another segment coming in a minute.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Mando's Minute. I'm here with a special guest. Tell us about yourself.
What's up? My name's Alex Scary. I'm a senior. Huge chicken fan. Yeah.
So I see you got a big chicken costume on. So I see you also have another friend over here who also has a chicken costume on.
Hello, John. How are you?
So who are you? Tell me about yourself.
I'm also a chicken. All about Chicken Palooza 2019, upcoming Chicken Palooza 2020. Big supporters. Yeah, best fried chicken ever.
So obvious senior night. Who is your favorite senior on the team so far?
Favorite senior? I mean, I kind of want to see more of Colin Donegan. I think he's a dangerous player. I really like watching him play.
All right, and final score predictions.
Final score predictions. Honestly, John, I think it's going to look a little like 45, like 30, something like that, somewhere around there.
Got it. And Alex?
I think we're just going to smack them.
Are we good?
All right, sorry for the technical difficulties. We got Alex Ascari giving a score prediction.
I'm gonna go with the solid 50 to 20.
50
You know,
to 20?
Indian Creek is just lacking on the offensive production, and as the second half has progressed on, you know, we've just really gotten a lot of big production from like Adam and Guafo, Bay Groff. You know, just want to see that continue.
It's finisher food time for the Admirals. I think they're going to come out big in this one. But that's what we got from Mando's Minute, and they're going to pull out the dub in this one.
EO.
Thomas.
Back to the action here. This Indian Creek will start off with the ball. Set up some sort of motion here.
Admirals return into that starting lineup with all four of the seniors here. Start off the half.
And an errant pass by the Eagles, and that'll be Severn ball. Severn breaks that press. Donegan right back to Red, and that ball is poked away on the floor, and a jump ball is called. That'll be Severn possession.
Yeah, a little bit of an unfortunate sequence here for the Admirals, but they'll be fortunate to retain possession following the jump ball.
Monroe will, it's inbounded here. Baldwin in the corner kicks it back to the freshman Sturdivant. And he shoots a floater. Nice touch on that shot by the freshman.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. He has really good touch down there around the rim. Good to see him getting going here. Starting off the scoring well here in this half.
And Baldwin, aggressive defense, disrupting their offensive patterns here. Kick out, three-pointer, and that will not go. They will come down with the rebound, though. We'll go back up with it. That won't fall, and the rebound by Sturdivant.
Yeah, the Admirals fortunate they didn't give anything up there on the offensive end after letting the smallest kid on the floor come down with the rebound. Good job by Sturdivant following that air ball layup to come down with it and retain possession for the Admirals.
Inside, Donegan out for a long two-pointer, and that one will not fall.
Yeah, even so, that's a good look down there for Red in the short corner, getting him a good look at that mid-range jump shot.
Indian Creek runs a nice pick and roll action, go up with it, doesn't fall, and Sturdivant retains that rebound after being tipped by Baldwin. And Red almost made that play, saving that, but the Eagles look to play fast here. And right down Water Street, and there's a foul called.
Yeah, nice idea by Sturdivant there, trying to get it up the floor. And if it was maybe just a little bit better of a pass, Red would have had a shot at the rebound. But you see him making the effort play, trying to go out and get that ball down there. But on the defensive end, it's just got to be better transition defense against Sammy Carter, getting right to the rim. Can't happen. He's their only guy right now so far this game.
And first free throw falls. But the second one does not, and Baldwin comes down with it. He looks to play a little fast here.
Now he's going to look to shoot that.
Gives it back to Donegan, and he has it poked away. Ball still on the floor, and nice job by the Indian Creek player keeping that one alive.
What I started to say, Irv, was Donegan's got to look to shoot that high post jump shot that we see Groff take so often. He had it wide open. If he just got all the way square to the basket, it was wide. It was right there. It could have been an easy 2 points.
And a foul is called on, I believe, Monroe.
Yeah, now 2 fouls on Monroe, so he'll have to be a little bit careful here, making sure that he plays under control, not wanting to pick up that third here before the fourth quarter begins.
Indian Creek will inbound it here.
Looks like we've got a little bit of moisture on the court down here. That's why there's a stop in action. And that'll give the teams a chance to retreat to their benches and meet with the coaches for a brief moment here.
A little confused on what's going on right now. And Indian Creek sets up their offense. Dribble, pass out, long two. Rims in and out, and Sturdivant now with it, just to control the tempo. Put some nifty moves on his guy.
Yeah, Red's got a nice handful of rebounds here, Irv, so even with his smaller size, he's not afraid to get his nose dirty in there, go to work on the boards. It's a really commendable job by him.
Sturdivant launches that three. That's off. Monroe with it, getting harassed down below the basket, and Eagles are able to come up with a steal here. As they drive the lead. And Monroe comes up with that steal. Kick to Red, goes up for the layup, and it falls. Nice play by two seniors, Ian Monroe and Quante Red.
Yeah, that's awesome seeing that happen for Quante Red there in the full court break, and really, really good job by Monroe knowing that he had Red coming up the court there for that easy layup. Great job by your two seniors, as you mentioned.
Baldwin's caught for the foul there. Or Monroe's caught for the foul.
And as I said, when he picked up that second one, he's got to be careful now. He's got three. Likely have to sit until the fourth quarter at this point. And you see Coach
the foul's caught on the floor.
You see him getting up Justin Queen quickly here to get Monroe out.
And a foul's caught on Baldwin here.
Yeah, and it was a foul. The Indian Creek offense there did a nice job drawing up a play to get Baldwin on a smaller guy inside there on the post, and the guy down there made Baldwin pay, beating him up a little bit down there, and then that little bit of a grab around the waist cost Baldwin with his now third foul of the game as well.
And loose ball, and another foul's called on the Admirals.
Not sure what that
That
was.
is their fourth foul of the quarter.
Looked like that one was just going to simply roll right out of bounds. I'm not sure what the foul was. And again, I can't understand why there's so many stops in the action. It's just completely disrupting the flow of this game. It's a really terrible job.
Wow. Nice play by Red. And a walk is called.
Yeah,
it's been a little wild.
He slid a little bit down there trying to make that jump stop.
As Severn starts out in their press. Nice aggressive D. They're able to break it though, and a block by Groff. Right with the inbound. Baldwin goes up, fouled. He will shoot two.
You just have a feeling he's going to get a dunk tonight.
I know.
He's got it in his eyes. Again, you see him not even going for the rebound there, just getting the breakout, and Quante Red astutely noticing that and getting the ball up to him. Just nice hustle by the Indian Creek defender there to get back in transition and stop that and force Baldwin to earn it at the free throw line here.
And Baldwin's first, hits off the front of the rim. And the second one hits off the back. So neither free throw is good for Baldwin there. As Indian Creek looks to play fast right down the lane and one.
Yeah, Groff getting a little bit too greedy down there, or going for that block. He got his body got his body not lateral anymore, meaning that if he jumps, it's going to be a foul on him every time, and they can earn it right there.
Picking up in here.
Yeah, it really is. But again, going back to my point, that's a really killer foul there for Groff. If he's going to jump, we've seen him block a ton of shots this game. He's just got to stay straight up, and there he bent over a little bit too much.
And that free throw is no good as Baldwin comes down with the rebound, kicks it up to Sturdivant, passes it up to Red, and the Admirals look to slow it down and play their offense. As Red steps into that three, it's off the mark. Loose ball, Baldwin comes up with it, gives it to Red, throws it down to Queen, and a foul is called on Indian Creek here.
A lot of whistles so far this game. I'm not sure I like it. It needs to be a little bit more of
especially in this last
it needs to be a little
30 seconds of the game.
A little bit more of a flow here. I like to let the players play a little bit more than they have been so far. On both ends, really.
And a timeout is called now.
Yeah, Coach Gillespie not happy with the way the offense was looking, and he's very smart to call that timeout. The Admirals just were really stationary, really stagnant on offense there. Nobody moving. Everybody just kind of standing around, pass, back and forth. Nobody getting towards the basket, so they're just going to take a timeout here, 9 seconds under the shot clock. Still got plenty of time. He'll settle them down and hope to get a new look here on the offensive end.
Baldwin inbounds it to Sturdivant.
Admirals going a
Interesting to
little
see
bit.
what the Admirals will come out in here, you know, Murph?
Yeah, going
After that timeout, drop a little play.
Going with a little 1-3-1 set here, having Peter Baldwin running the baseline is what Glasby came up with.
And Indian Creek slows down here. Pick and roll action, and that layup drops for the Eagles. The Eagles show a little press there. Nice move by Sturdivant to break that press, and that ball is dribbled out of bounds by Nguafo.
AC and Guafo down there arguing for a foul. I just didn't see it. It looked like he just lost control of the ball, and then it rolled out of bounds. It's a tough one there for him. And the Admirals will now go with a, well, it looks like they'll fall back here on defense instead of going with the press. And Guafo's just got to know where he is on the court a little bit better than that, Irv. All the momentum is with Indian Creek right now. The Admirals have to have a few good possessions on both ends to get it back.
As Indian Creek works the ball around that three-point arc. Shot clock winding down, under 10 now. The pick and roll action again, and that falls.
Yeah, it's just a bad job on the pick and roll defense by the
ball
Admirals.
Loose on the floor, and looks like a jump ball. It'll be Indian Creek ball.
As I said, momentum is with Indian Creek right now, Irv, and the Admirals are not doing anything right on either end of the floor right now. Got to get it together here.
Seems like they have not scored in a long time.
That's for sure. And while they haven't been scoring, Indian Creek's been scoring in droves here. Can't remember the last time they didn't score.
Inbound, kick out for the Eagles as they work the ball around to play with their time on the shot clock here.
Great on-ball defense there by Nguafo. Really sitting down and doing a good job on his man.
As the shot clock winds down to 5 here, some sort of shot there, and that did not hit anything, and it'll be Severn ball.
Yeah, now the Admirals will have the chance for the last shot. It's the best defensive possession we've seen in a while, Irv. It's a great job, mainly, as I mentioned, by Nguafo, and then really the whole team rotating on the back end. See if the Admirals can make the most of this last possession here and get it up to double digits.
Sturdivant gets to Queen. And a travel is called, so 6.9 seconds left on the clock. The Eagles will look to score. Playing fast, falling over, and a Three-pointer is shot, but that does not go. Tough shot by the
What
Eagles
a
there.
flop. Looked like he was really trying to draw some contact down there, and thankfully the officials did not buy that one at all.
Just at the last quarter of the season for the Admirals here at home, and for Admiral TV, in fact.
Sad stuff. Last one.
Monroe, three off the mark, and the Eagles come down with that rebound. As Queen plays strong defense there. Three-pointer off the back of the rim, and Guafo works to take his guy, shoots the fadeaway, and a travel is called. Interesting decision there.
Again, Irv, just not the, as you mentioned, just not the best decision. He had Monroe wide open in the corner again, and instead just choosing to go pull-up jump shot against two guys. It's not a good formula for success.
Sydney Creek works the ball around. Looking to reset their offense. Shot clock winding. Three-pointer falls. Big play for the Eagles there.
Again, our Sammy Carter's getting a really clean look out of the flow of the offense. They got to know where he is at all times, especially on the three-point line.
Queen drives, kicks it to Monroe. And the Admirals will settle it up a little. Look to set their offense. Groff goes down, shoots a tough shot, tip, and that won't fall for Nguafo.
I really think Groff is the guy that's got to get the.
And a blocking foul is called on Groff.
What I was saying was Groff really needs to be the guy that turns this thing around there. He's been dominant in there on the inside. You see him getting to the rim again, even though that one didn't fall. But around the rim, he's really crafty, and especially from the mid-range area, he's really good. So they got to get him a touch every time down the floor, in my opinion. It's there every time for the taking, and they're just not giving it to him. And now Indian Creek in the bonus, so they'll shoot 1-and-1 here the rest of the way.
And the first free throw falls. Second one does not, and it will remain a 4-point lead for the Admirals here. Sturdivant loses it. Queen comes up with it, passes it to Sturdivant, to Groff, goes up, shoots that pull-up shot, and it goes in.
What did I say, Irv? He's dominant in there from the mid-range. I got to get him the ball.
Foul is called on probably, I believe it's Queen.
and again are fouling in the open court there leads to 2 free throws here, and Indian Creek's making them pay.
First free throw drops. Along with the second, 4-point lead for the Admirals.
And on the press break, they got to make sure they have a guard back there with Sturdivant. You can't leave him alone.
Groff with a dangerous pass. Sturdivant comes down with it. Put some nifty moves on his guy there. As Baldwin goes right down Water Street, and that one doesn't fall. Groff goes up with it, and he will shoot 2.
So now it falls upon the Admirals here, see if they can convert their free throws as well as Indian Creek has. Or Groff's got to make the most of these here, calm himself down. They've been running down both ends a lot here. You can see how tired he is. He's got to settle down and make these 2 free throws.
Groff makes the first. And the second.
2 big-time free throws there from Groff, getting this lead back up to 6 points.
Free throws there by Bay Groff.
Got a mismatch down there with Sturdivant.
Inside, goes up with it. That does not go in, and that ball's loose. Nice play by Groff to get it to Red. Kicks it up to Baldwin there. And a foul is called off Ball.
Wow.
Just so many fouls so far.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. But it's going to be on Groff, so that's now his 4th foul with 5 minutes left, and Glasby will have to get Donegan back here for him.
And a foul is called on Baldwin. Wow, it feels like every time I speak, I just have to say a foul is called on someone.
Yeah, that's for sure. Really bad job here. The Admirals, as well as they played in the first half, is how poorly they're playing on defense in the second half, reaching way too much and giving up, that's now 10th team foul here, so 2 shots the rest of the way no matter what. And it's just really been undisciplined here in the 4th quarter on the defensive end.
And the first return does not go.
So now it's going to fall upon the shoulders of the seniors. They've been doing it for 4 years. 5 minutes left here, crunch time, big game for playoff seeding.
And the second one does go.
They're going to have to grind this thing out the rest of the way, even under suboptimal circumstances.
Back to the action here. Red gets the ball, throws it back to Groff.
Nice job breaking that press by the Admirals. They've had a little bit of trouble here down the stretch, and Red doing a good job getting it to Groff in the half court there.
Ball now eyeing up his man. Let's use that kick out, and that'll be Indian Creek basketball.
And I appreciate the unselfish play there, Irv, but Peter Baldwin had a straight line to the basket. He's just got to take that in and go in with his left hand. He can jump higher than anybody on this court. He's just got to be confident enough to go in there and take it himself.
Nice defensive play there by Baldwin. He's got it. He's got it. Oh,
there it is. How about that on senior night?
And
another one.
Queen now with the steal. Nice finish there by Justin Queen.
And just like that, momentum changes there.
And that shot does not fall. Baldwin with the rebound.
And they just got to settle down now. Use every second that's on the shot clock and don't get anything that's not a clean look.
Inside the Groff. Easy layup. It's just too easy.
Couple high energy plays in a row. Good to see it finally happening. And if I'm the Indian Creek coach, I have to take a timeout here. I don't know why one hasn't been called yet.
Spin move, shot, and that does fall. Groff can't handle it. It's got ball in there, just free safety to pick it up though. And a timeout by Coach Glasby.
And he's going to tell them right now, just calm down, everybody, calm down. They're in good shape here, up 9 with under 3 minutes to go. They just have to play really solid on the defensive end as they've really picked up that end of the floor here. And then on the offensive end, as I said, just work every second off the shot clock. Make sure they're getting good shots every time. Nothing that's forced, nothing that's out of the ordinary. Everything has to come really cleanly out of the flow of the offense. And if I'm St. Paul's here in this timeout, I'm saying we got to start fouling because with only 3 fouls left, 3 fouls this half, and down by 9 points, they're going to have to get the Admirals in the bonus and rely on their missed free throws. So they're going to have to start getting a few on the floor now so that they can get into the bonus and give themselves that opportunity towards the end of this game.
Queen dribbles up top. Severn looks to set their motion offense. Inside the Groff. It's got a double. Someone's open. Baldwin, and that rebound's up, and he comes down with it. Big play by the senior, Peter Baldwin.
Incredible job by him there. Going up and getting it under suboptimal circumstances.
Groff eyes up the 3, and it will actually be a 2 here.
Big time shot by Groff there, and I can't say enough about Peter Baldwin giving the Admirals a second chance at that one on the rebound.
And Indian Creek gets a 3 of their own.
So, with 2 minutes left here, 8-point lead for the Admirals. Just want to, before we wrap up, as me and Irv mentioned, it's going to be the last basketball stream for the season. Want to let the viewers know we are in process to try to make something happen for the lacrosse season, both boys and girls. So we'll definitely put something out. If you follow us on Instagram at admiral.tv, Twitter at admiraltv, make sure you check it out there. We'll post updates about that, who's going to be commentating what game. We're looking to get some girls involved as well for the girls' games, obviously, so stay tuned for that. We're looking forward to the spring season. I just want to say before we close off how thankful we are to so many people. First of all, Mr. Shannon Howell over in the development office really has been super helpful for us getting this going. Mr. Greg Janigan, our great head of IT downstairs in the basement of the Teal Academic Center, has been crucial and really instrumental along the way here, helping me and her figure out how to work this whole thing and get this thing off the ground. Just all the way down the line. Coach Glasby's been a big help to us. Mr. Lagarde, Mr. Soden, Mr. Buckley, all the donors that have helped make this happen. I just can't say enough thanks, and I know Irv and I really appreciate it. So thank you all so much, and we'll see you in the spring after this one.
And rough and bounce to Queen. As Baldwin goes up, and Indian Creek comes down with that rebound. They look to play fast here. Baseline, float shot, and that doesn't fall, but they come down with the rebound, put it back up. That doesn't fall again. That rebound is still loose, and the third time's the charm for the Eagles there.
Got to find a way to come up with one. Got to find a way to come up with one if you're the Admirals.
For the Eagles. Inside play, out. Three-pointer, nothing, and the layup falls. 4-point lead for the Admirals, and a timeout is called by Coach Glasby.
Irv, we've seen this movie before. We have. How many times are we going to see offensive rebounds get in the way of the Admirals closing out a game? And you see, again here, it's the same story. Just unable to get the ball. It's 2 times in a row. I think on the first time they had about 5 chances at it. That time, on the second chance, Indian Creek making the Admirals pay for that easy layup. And you hate to see that, especially now it's only a 4-point game, 1 minute left. Just really just killer offensive rebound, or lack thereof, if you're an Admiral fan. I also, in our thanks, realized I forgot to thank Mr. Laffey, who's actually the head of the club. So thank you to him, too. Mr. Laffey works in the LRC Learning Resource Center, also the head baseball coach here at Severn. So want to give some love to him as well. So right here, it's going to be all about
bounded here.
It's going to be all about breaking this press.
Up there, full court press, and they foul Queen.
And as I mentioned, Irv, if I'm the Indian Creek coach, I'm telling them to foul a little bit earlier than this, because now it's just precious seconds running off the end of this game here, and they're still only with 4 team fouls here, so they're going to have to foul quickly.
And Queen once again gets it, and a foul is called on the Eagles there. Nice play by Queen to handle that double team.
Yeah, you're right, but for the most part, it's a really bad idea to stop just across that half-court line, because in addition to the sideline as a defender, you add the half-court line. Obviously, you can't go backcourt, so that's a killer there. But Queen able to get out of it and draw the foul.
Back to Monroe. The Admirals will just look to kill time here.
Good job by Queen getting it back to the middle of the floor.
And a foul is called on the Eagles once again, and once again the Admirals will inbound it.
Next foul, she's bonus serve. 1-on-1.
And Sturdivant handles that well. Donegan gets fouled.
Donegan, one of the better free throw shooters on this team and one of the better shooters on this team in general. It's a good job getting him the ball here, letting him close this thing out at the line. These are 2 big free throws here for the senior on senior night.
And the first one drops. Along with the second, big free throws there by Colin Donegan. And what? A little confusion there.
Looks like a little bit more confusion at the scores table. They accidentally gave the point on the second free throw to the Eagles instead of the Admirals here. Easy adjustment. The refs just wanted to make sure everything was okay there. Can't foul here if you're the Admirals. It's the only way they can get back in this game.
Indian Creek Joe up. They're going to need to shoot some long threes here. And that rebound's loose. Sturdivant now with it. And he is fouled, so he will shoot 1-and-1. And the free throw doesn't fall.
Gives one last glimmer of hope to the Indian Creek
Pick
squad.
out, long three, in and out, and the ball's loose, and Groff gets fouled. He'll shoot 1-and-1.
The Admiral faithful serenading the Indian Creek School Eagles on their way out of the gym, declaring their victory here, up by 6 now with 9 seconds left. Two big free throws here for Groff to put this thing away.
And he misses the first. And the foul's called on the Admirals.
Like I said, only way that Indian Creek can get back in this game is with fouls, and that's now 5 on Groff, which will take him out of this game. Excuse me, his 4th foul, not his 5th foul. So he will be able to stay. Forgot to say in our thank yous also, thank you to our great cameraman, John Mandish, who's been with us all year. Done some Mando's Minute segments for us. It's been awesome.
And Red gets fouled, he'll shoot 2.
I'll just keep going. Laura Hupp with her segment, Hupp and Coming. Our stat keepers, Christopher Roth, Josh Bing, today, Brooks Stevens and Lucas Murray, and everybody that's helped us along the way. It's really been an awesome ride, and making this crazy dream become a reality has been awesome. So 6 seconds here remain.
The first one doesn't fall for Red there. And Eagles step into a 3, and that splashes. But they're still down by 4 with 1.3 seconds left, so it would take a miracle for them to get 4 points off of this play.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the point of a timeout was there. Just maybe to give them a little bit of a morale boost here going towards the end of this game.
as Monroe throws Aaron Rodgers style into the Raptors. Interesting decision there by the senior Ian Monroe.
Not sure what the rule on that is.
Looks
It
like
should
he's
be.
got a little bit of a cannon on there.
He's got a big arm. That former 8th grade quarterback here at the Severn School.
Oh, yeah.
And that'll be a turnover.
I mean, closest pro comparison, quarterback-wise, probably Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, that's for sure. He's more of a runner.
He's got a cannon, though.
Absolutely.
We just saw.
But now with 1.3 seconds left, no time comes off the clock. That's going to be a turnover here, which means the Eagles are going to get a chance here for a 4-point play if they can throw up a shot and draw a foul. And I've been saying it throughout this entire last quarter, but it's even more so true now. If you're an Admiral, you really just cannot foul. It's the only chance that the Eagles have it at getting back in this thing and winning this. If they can shoot a 3 here and nothing will happen, they just can't give up a 3 and a foul, which would, of course, be a 4-point play. I say let them inbound it, let them shoot their shot. Final score doesn't matter. They're going to come away with a win in this anyway as long as they don't foul.
Yeah, especially don't foul. That is the last thing you want to do right now.
Yeah. Spent the whole last quarter saying it, too.
We could have another Final Four situation, UVA versus Auburn. So.
That's for sure. That's for sure. See if we can have any magic happen here in the final 1.3 seconds.
And they shoot the 3. It does not go, and the Severn Admirals will come away with a 42-38 win here at home on senior night. Big one for the Admirals. Not in pretty fashion, however.
Yeah, really good stuff. Senior night coming away with a win, but as you mentioned, not in the prettiest fashion. Indian Creek's looking like the 6th seed right now to get into the playoffs, and the Admirals really let them hang around up for a while in this game. But good to see they closed it out at the end when it mattered, and you love every win is a good winner.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big one. Like we said before, it was not pretty, but they got it done, and that's all that matters at the end of it.
That's for sure. So one last time, I'll let you take it.
All right, so this is the final broadcast of the basketball season here today. So Brendan already mentioned thanking all the people that helped us get this started, but I'd like to thank all viewers out there tuning in, blowing up the chats. We like to see. So from Colin Urban and Brendan Murphy, we are signing off.